Hi Gemini. Okay, the Tower card. The Tower card speaks of major shakes-up and major shake-ups and changes that you will encounter, possibly into the December or January period. Now, the Tower card can represent something that you've been working on, Gemini, something that's going to be dismantled, something that you'll be thinking about either pulling apart altogether and reconfiguring, starting afresh, or having a second attempt. And that's okay. Sometimes we need to break things down. We need to erase them to get back on our horse and do it right the second time around. So for some of you, there's this notion of something that'll be crumbling down because it isn't working for you. Now, this could be a career. There's obviously something you've worked towards here with the Tower card, something that you've been meaning to work your way up in with the Tower card. Maybe it's a career, maybe it's a business, something that you've been literally nursing from the ground up. But for some of you, this will actually be something that you will tear down. So for some, it could be like renovating a business, renovating a studio to make it into a business, like a commercial property, from a residential to a commercial property maybe. For others, I feel like something you've worked towards, there's a major setback for some of you. And this may dishearten you for a little bit here, Gemini, but you need to remember that if there's a setback or you didn't follow through with something, maybe you didn't do it right. Maybe there's something you need to change up. Maybe you need to take a different approach this time around with the Tower card. And this doesn't necessarily have to be in a bad context. It could just say, maybe this is a message. Maybe it's almost like a blessing in disguise for you. For some, I feel like if you've been in a career and you've tried to work your way up, there's setbacks around you. Because of competition, someone feels somewhat threatened by you, that you may be the one that will come into the company or come into the business and actually shake their foundations. So it's double-sided. That could absolutely apply to some of you Geminis out there. Especially those involved in a business partner. There's two people falling here from the Tower card. So business enterprises could encounter shake-ups or delays or obstacles potentially. Okay, the Seven of Wands. Is there a fire sign around you, Gemini, in career? Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, someone that's proving resistant. Maybe this is a superior, this is someone you're trying to impress. Maybe this is someone you're trying to get along with in career, but they're actually possibly the ones causing you this setback. There is fire with the Tower card here. Fire has come up again with the Seven of Wands. So for some of you gems, there's a person that's feeling threatened or resistant to your contributions, or feels like they have to be very, very defensive when they're around you. Now, this could be indicating the relationships you have in your career, in your workplace environments, etc. But I feel for some of you, you have an idea here, Gemini, and you've been wanting to build it from the ground up. In fact, you have all the resources around you, whether it's money, options, wholesale, product, services, advice. You have resources around you to make this project real, whether it's a business idea or whether it's an invention, whether it's an app, whether it's a new career you're thinking about taking. But people around you are telling you no. And Gemini, this is something you need to take into consideration and in fact use it as fuel to prove them wrong, is what I'm seeing here in your career. Because there will be people around you that they'll always have an opinion, they'll always have something to say. They say maybe they have your best interest at heart, or maybe they don't think you can do it. But whatever it is around you, maybe it's you that's feeling like the Seven of Wands in your career around December and January. And maybe it's time to prove them wrong, Gemini. Maybe this is your call to action, so to speak, in these next couple of months. And this is you fighting for something here. Despite delays, despite setbacks, Gemini, you're very resilient in career and creative pursuits these couple of months. You have the power to destroy, you do. But in what sense? Are you dismantling something and building it from the ground up again? Or are you just giving up, throwing your hands up in the air because it's become too hard, or people have become too opposed to what you've been doing? Okay, the Death card, major endings. Gemini, you're going through, for some of you, you're definitely encountering major transformations in work, in creative pursuits, in business. For some of you, there's an ending taking place and you're going to walk away. The Death card is all about putting a major ending to something. For some, there's a career you've been in for many years, maybe 7 years, maybe more, maybe less, but you're going to walk away from it. You're going to change because you're being brought back. There's something calling you. Now, it's possibly something you wanted to do in the past here, Gemini. With the Death card here, this can indicate something that's been in your past, something that you've been thinking about in the past, or reviving a past career, or reviving studies, or going back to a job that you've had before and that you left behind maybe. So for some of you, this is quite significant with the Death card, but this is major transformation in career. So for some, it's the brand new start of something new, something that could be potentially very, very good. You're giving birth to something here because with death comes life, creativity, creation, planting the seed, so to speak. So for others that have a business, I feel like there's a major transformation that's happening within the business. Maybe you're building it from scratch again, Gemini. But this time it's bigger and better than ever. And this is really powerful. This is also a strong Scorpio or Scorpio energy around you in career. I know this time of Scorpio has passed us, but maybe these were the changes, something significant happened within this time, Gemini, that really made you open your eyes, that really made you see how shaky these foundations were and they're not promising and there's no future here, or B, that you need to restart, you need to reassess, step back, reanalyze what your goals are, what your vision is for the future business, what your vision is within the company, Gemini, because you need that security. You're very adaptable, however, so you're able to interchange, you're very mutable, you're able to interchange between careers, and oftentimes you have many projects that you do at the same time. As do I. I'm a Gemini sun and I have many projects going on at the same time, and this is the way I love it. I need the variety, I need the stimulation, and I need different outlets, different sources, and tarot is just one of them. But I feel as though this is my way. This is it is a reflection of me, and I do want to do a lot of transformations and invite a lot of new things into my tarot channel as well, which I will hopefully be doing in the future. But it's just saying that transformation is coming and it's calling, and it's idea that you've maybe had, or you've maybe sort of danced around these thoughts in the time of Scorpio, and now it's coming to fruition. You're inviting something new, you're planting the seed, and with the Death card, this is the major transformation that's taking place in your career. Okay, few too many cards have flipped out. I only wanted 4, so I'm going to pick the first one off. Knight of Pentacles. Absolutely beautiful energy here. Beautiful, stable offers coming in, Gemini. For those that are walking away from something, you're walking into something so much better. Like, this is not even funny. The Knight of Pentacles is earth energy. It's stable. It's rewarding, not only financially, but it has job security associated with it. It's lucrative. And Geminis tend to be really good with numbers, whether you notice it or not. Perhaps maybe not so much saving money, but attracting money. You're very good at this, Gemini. You're quite innovative and creative and witty and analytical, and this is very good if you're wanting to attract more finance into your life, because this is what I'm seeing with the Knight of Pentacles. But they both look to the future. Look at that. There's an offer coming in. Maybe it hasn't come in yet. It might show up in the time of December, possibly January as well. And it's something you've had these thoughts for a while now. The Knight of Pentacles travels very slowly. So this is something you've been etching towards this, Gemini. And now is the time. Now is the call to action. Now is the time to change, to act, to do what you need to do. For those that are in a career, I feel like there's a transformation within the business that's happening. It could be a promotion that you're etching towards very, very slowly. I see increased salary for some of you with the Knight of Pentacles here. And there's definitely more job security and consistency. So for those that haven't received too many clients to the business, this is about to change, but there's a massive transformation that needs to happen for some of you. Either adding a new product, adding a new service, revamping the website, your slogan, your mission statement, whatever it is. But there's something that needs to change, and this is going to slowly and consistently bring up finances clients, customers, income, profits, and sales for those that are sort of in those type of industries. You know, and you might have some jolts. The Tower card is really standing out here. This is like sudden jolts of lightning, and it's intense, but it could be inspired thoughts, something that makes you leave a job behind, or change a business, or change a job, or change a career even. But you're definitely moving into very, very fertile soil here. Look at this wonderful, you know, this terraformed land, so to speak. And this is what you're coming into, and the prospects are looking pretty good, Gemini, if I say so myself. So good luck to all you gems out there. Wishing you success, abundance, job security, and progression. All the best. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll chat soon. Thanks again, Gemini.